All right, you already know who it is. It's your boy Gordo, tapping in from Phoenix, Arizona. And today I got a very special guest who really needs to get something off of her chest. And I'm going to go ahead and let her introduce herself.
Hey everybody, my name is Roxanne. I'm here just to kind of talk a little bit about what's been going on. We all know it's been all over social media. It's been all over the news. Everybody talking about Trump and what took place during that rally. I have a really, really big problem with this because I feel that what actually took place isn't really being spoke about, or are we showing any compassion to the people who were actually affected during that rally. Corey Coppertor, and I do apologize if I'm saying his name incorrectly, actually had taken his family to the rally in support of Trump. That's who he obviously was supporting and voting for, and went out there with his family to show his support. And during that time when the shots were shot out, not only did it hit former President Donald Trump in the ear, but this actually struck Corey in the head and killed him instantly. Corey was a big influence in his community. He was chief of the fire department of his station and everything. So this was a family man. This is a man who obviously believed in who he was voting for, what he believed in, because in America, that's what we are about. We are supposed to be able to have free speech, to be able to talk about what's important to us. And this man's life, not one person has come out there to speak upon Corey's death or the multiple people who were wounded and took it to the hospital because they were hurt during that gunfire. Everybody's made videos about Trump's ear. I mean, I've seen more stories about that than I've ever seen about what actually took place that day. Think about it. You're taking your family in support of what you believe is right as a family. You're taking your children, and the next thing you know, the father is taken away from their family due to their beliefs. That is not the way we do things, and that is incorrect, and nor should we support or be okay with that. Again, and you have to ask yourself, why did Trump not show up immediately after, knowing that he was okay? Because obviously the gun grazed his ear, he was fine. It wasn't like the man had to be, in the hospital, being cared for. He was fine. He was even out golfing the next day. So why did he not show up to Pennsylvania, knock on those people's door, say some sort of condolences, or even make a public announcement? No, it was our President Biden who came out and spoke to us of the embarrassment, how ashamed we should be of how we are acting over this electional vote. And it shouldn't be like that. It should be where we should be able to back up whoever we choose to back up. I do not agree with Trump's politics. I do not agree with what he stands for. But I, at the same time, also believe everyone has a right to vote and to believe in who they believe in. And if you feel that you want to go to a rally, you should be able to go to comfortably and not have to put your family in bulletproof vests to be able to attend it. And I feel that as a society, nobody has talked about it. Nobody has reached out to this family the proper way. Yes, the governor of Pennsylvania spoke about it, but what about us as a country?
So basically what you're stating here is you're mostly bothered by Trump not at least coming out and asking about the family.
Yes.
Not even acknowledging that a man was took and his life was took.
Yes, exactly.
And I believe that you have stated that he was actually protecting his family, didn't
Yes, he actually stood in front of his family and he took the bullet for the protection of his family, which any man would do in that situation. He was protecting his family, and there's no words for that. Listen, people, this is what it comes down to. We have to ask ourselves, we have given this so much attention over Trump's ear. Think about it. Think about it. It's his ear. We have given more attention to that than some of these cold cases that have sat down, all these things that are going on in our world, and we're more worried about the man's ear than we are about these families who are now going to have to bury this man, are going to have to now live without their father. These children will have to be raised without their father. The wife is grieving for her husband. I can just imagine how they feel. And then the wounded people. Some of these wounded people were like of 64 years old of age. So these are older, people who were out there that got hurt.
And I definitely agree with you on that part. I believe that Trump should have came out and at least acknowledged the families, and I have not once yet seen that.
And not
myself.
just Trump, but Trump supporters.
Yes.
I actually reached out to a few of them that were on live, and I brought this topic up to them, and they told me, basically, you're giving out false news. That is not false news, okay? This is what took place. This is what happened.
A man died.
And a man died, exactly. And we are not acknowledging it as a country or as people. And honestly, once you start losing those morals, those ethics, and some sort of sympathy. I do apologize for that. What are we? We've lost our humanity. We've lost who we are. And that's not what this is about.
Yeah.
So think about that. When you guys go to the election votes, you think about that. You think about your husband jumping in front of you and dying in front of your children and your family, and ask yourself, is that the person I want to represent me? Think about it.
And I think your main point is about this whole situation is that, yes, Trump could have been more compassionate.
Yes.
He could have been more humble.
Yes.
And but at the end of the day, I think we both agree that whoever does win this election, we still
By all means.
wish them luck.
Yes.
Because they are still running our country.
They're going to have our country in their hands. So no matter who you vote for this year, and whoever you go to the polls in November, remember something, you guys. They're going to be running our country. We have to support whoever it is and back them up. Why? Because other countries are watching us, and they're watching us crumble. And we are failing as a society. Instead of coming together, we are being torn apart, and we're letting it happen. And we have to start changing things. It starts with us. But thank you guys for letting me get that off my chest. And again, to his family, our deepest condolences from the roll call state to state family and all of our immediate family. We do send out our condolences to that family, and may he rest in peace.
That's right. And thank you guys, and do me a favor, like and subscribe, and also leave a comment. Thank you guys very much, and you guys have a good day.
Thank you.